All right. What's up, y'all? Let's do a quick little audio test here. How's everyone doing? Can you hear me? Can you see me? What's up? I see a lot of familiar faces there. All right. Let's see if we can get anyone to let us know how it sounds and how it looks. Go ahead and flood the chat here. Let me know. I'll do a little talking, do a little saying what's up, moving around, waving, make sure everything's in sync. Maybe I'll play a little guitar. I'm sure you guys would like that, right? How's that sounding? Are we getting some effects in there too? And anything breaking up? Anything breaking up in the guitar? How's that going? How's that sound? How's that look, y'all? What's up from Chile? Hey, thanks, Mauro. What up? Andrew, Michael, Kenneth, Indra, Neil, Farn, Peter, Brian, Somya. Hey, Somya, good to see you again. James, Jan. We got Matthew, Jake, Pedro. Hey, Mom. There's my mom. Hey, what's up, Mom? All right, cool. Well, it sounds good and it looks good. Well, thanks for coming in and tuning in. Happy Sunday, y'all. Just wanted to make sure everything's good to go on the stream. But different voice than you expected, huh? But yeah, I'm Adrian Bellue, and I'm really glad to be here going live on the Candyrat Records concerts. We're just going to start rolling out a lot of these live stream kind of concerts on YouTube, and eventually we're going to be doing some stuff on Twitch. But expect a lot more of the live presence from Candyrat Records and from several of the artists, including myself. Yeah. So welcome to my little live stream studio, if you will. I've been designing this for some time, and I'm very proud of it, and it's come together very well, and I think it looks and sounds great. So yeah, I'm going to play some music for you guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of go for it right now. I'm working on a new EP. It's actually going to be a batch of singles that will compile up to a release, like an EP or a full length of some sort. But I've got some new tunes I've been cooking up, and I've been kind of doing a guerrilla style live stream writing session thing because I've had writer's block during all this stuff that's going on right now, and I figured what better way to force myself out of writer's block by just going live every time I need to work on these tunes. So I've been doing that kind of just secretly and randomly on my own channels several times for the past few weeks, and now here we are on the Candyrat Records concert YouTube channel, and we're going to be doing some originals, some of your favorites from my record I did last year, and then right now we're just going to play some of the little snippets of the new stuff I'm working on. So everything's a little bit still work in progress, but I think it's going to be fun. So hope you dig, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. All right. There's a little snippets of a new tune I've been working on. Still hammering out some bits and pieces, but that's sort of been coming together from some secret, like, kind of guerrilla style live streams I've been doing. So if you guys follow me on my own channels, you'll have seen that I've actually been putting all these little ideas together for these batch of new tunes all live. And I've been doing it all from like a kind of a little different looking set of screens here on my live stream channel with Logic open, and I'm putting bits and pieces and ideas together. So that's one of the new tunes that I've been working on. Hope y'all dig it so far. What up, Gareth? Hwajong Kim, what's up, bro? I hope you guys dig it. Just something I've been working on. But yeah, thanks for coming out on this fine Sunday. I've got a little monitor screen down here where I'm watching the live chat feed right now. So I'm able to answer your questions while I'm doing this thing live instead of, wait until the end awkwardly. I'm trying to sort of jump in and check out what you guys are chatting about while we're doing the stream. But yeah. Just been working on some new stuff, and yeah, I'm going to show you guys another little thing I've been working on. Oh, I love Eric Mongrain. He's awesome. Thanks, Kenneth. I'm glad you like it. Gareth, what's up, homie? Thank you very much, bro. I probably appreciate it. Got to do a little stretch after that one. That's got some pretty gnarly stretches on that. And this is on my my 7-string production model that we're working on with Furk guitars based out of the Czech Republic. I've been working with Furk guitars for several years now, and I got to go out to their factories last year in the Czech and design this guitar with Petr Furk, and it's a one-of-a-kind acoustic steel 7-string. And we're hoping to get this on the market sometime in the not-too-distant future. But this thing is awesome, and I'm going to be doing a lot of my new material exclusively on this thing. Right now, for my live thing, I'm actually using a console. I am not using a DAW right now. I'm using a live console interface that goes with my Apollo X4, which is hooked up to my pedal board down here. All right. I get a lot of material from messing around and planning, a little bit of both. The thing attached to the bottom of the guitar is an ergo play. So this is just a little thing that you can get that's designed in Europe by Tapperty or something like that, but this is a little device that just kind of anchors the guitar a little bit better. If you can see the lower bout of my guitar, imagine if I didn't have a strap on. This would be, much further down here, right? And I would have to anchor it like this. This thing props it up here, and I combine it with the strap just for safety. But yeah, I use lots of different tunings, but the tuning on the 7-string is a hybrid standard tuning that I've been working on. I've been actually working on a lot of material with this approach where I'm using a 6-string baritone on the bottom 6, or the top 6, I should say, and then I'm using the 1st string as an open string to modify to fit the scales and modes that I'm using for a tune that I'm writing. So like right now I'm actually in B, E, A, D, F sharp, B, and then I've got a C sharp, or a D flat on top. But now I'm going to play another batch of ideas that I'm working on for a new tune that's kind of a more somber tune. But let's change the tempo here on my project. All right, somewhere around that. Okay. All right. Right. Little sample of kind of a more somber tune that I've been working on. All right. So, like I said, for the 7-string, I've been using that first string kind of as an open string, and then the bottom 6, or top 6, I should say, I'm using kind of like a 6-string baritone, which I wrote. All the tunes from my album that I did last year on Candyrat Records is all on a 6-string baritone. But I've been kind of trying to transcribe and relearn a lot of those pieces on 7-string as I work on new material and sort of rework the fretboard. We're kind of relearning a lot of standard shapes and different scales and things like that, but in a baritone register, and then using that open string to my advantage with an open kind of finger style approach. So I am the kid from August Rush grown up. When I was first starting to do this stuff live, I got that a lot. Hook shot yet? No, I haven't done that yet. You know, I have to reapproach that tune along with some other shots, and I'm going to do that. I'm glad to hear that. Thanks, Southbound Traveler. Hook shot's one of my older tunes. I'm surprised you know about it. Thanks, man. I definitely was in my own zone there, Shane. Yeah, I definitely go to a whole nother place when I play, and that's kind of my approach with how I write, how I go live. I've never done loop recording for most of my career, Kenneth, but I think that the guys who are good at looping got it covered, so I don't really need to do it. But I am very, very interested in doing fingerstyle kind of stuff with a band, which is why I did a double disc with Candyrat Records last year. What pedals do I use on my set? Well, I'm actually just using a couple of preamps and then just software that goes with my audio interface, which is an Apollo X4. So everything is digital, actually, as far as my my dry signal and my wet signal goes. But I do have a couple of preamps that power my pickups and can kind of scoop and boost a couple of frequencies in my chain. But yeah, I'll show off my new pedal board actually pretty soon. But there's no real like pedals on it besides like a tuner. Everything's just going to be all preamps to power my pickup system, which is an NV Tone Model Duo microphone, and then a Black Angel DiMarzio pickup, which is being powered with my Radial Tonebone PZ Pre, but we had the PZ Pro coming soon, so that's going to be awesome. I'll be doing some demos and some marketing for that for Radial sometime in the near future. As far as specific warm-ups live, mostly just breathing and chilling and trying to get my heart rate down and get psyched. But as far as hands go, I like to do these little stretches. Tuning and string slinger, that's going to be, it's just an open D minor, but with like a drop D in the lower part. So if you were to do it on a regular 6-string string slinger, regular 6-string from low to high, you're going to be D, A, D, G, I think, what is it? You flatten that one. I have to transcribe it right. B flat D, right? So D, A, D, G, B flat D, I believe, for a regular 6-string for string slinger. By the way, string slinger, I'm going to be doing tutorials of for 6-string guitars and for baritone or 7-string if you happen to have one on my upcoming Patreon that I'm going to launch next month. And we're going to be doing tutorials of all my songs from the album for the most part, along with other like goodies and giveaways, kind of members only chats and streams, that kind of thing. And that'll launch on Patreon sometime in October. I've been playing for about 16 years. Coming on 17, maybe 17 coming on 18. I don't know. I stopped counting. I always tell people, think in hours, don't think in years. All right, now I'm going to play a blues tune I've been working on. Fun fact, I've never really written an official blues tune, but I've always done like renditions of blues stuff because my first live gigs that I got were like bar gigs. I remember my first call for a paid gig was like $50 or something to play for 3 hours into midnight at some back alley bar kind of thing. And I remember I went there with 30 minutes of material. Was just like, yep, I'll take the gig. Got to do it. Just got to force myself through it. And I remember playing some somber stuff like that last song I played. And the guy was like, dude, you got to kick it up a notch. People need to drink and move around and groove. So I started throwing in like just slapping and grooving and doing blues stuff. Started getting into Don Ross and things like that. So that's kind of a big part of my style was getting thrown that kind of curveball. So here's a little tune that I've been writing to go out to all those bar gigs that I grew up doing. I gotta change the tempo on that real quick. Oh, 7-string bar chords are no joke. Whew. All right. Well, that's a little sample of a of a of a blues tune I've been sort of putting together and piecing together. So that one's definitely going to be fun to play with my band. So String Slinger's definitely coming. Don't worry. Yeah, definitely got some compressors going on. Yeah, there's quite a few things going on in my UA console here that really help me out. And I use this entire rig live. I'm actually using a whole new pedalboard system that has my laptop with exactly what I'm doing here, all hooked up to it to where if I get a gig right now, for example, I just unplug my pedal board and go. Of course, I'm not getting very many gigs right now. A couple outdoor events here and there starting to pop up under city protocol, but those 19 fret harmonics, yeah. Shoulder pain when playing right hand. I actually don't have dealt with lots of different pain issues, but the big thing is anti-inflammatories, stretching, and warming up. Lots of water, hydrating. Got to warm up, got to take breaks. There's not really a big secret, but anti-inflammatories really help. Yeah, if I had more fingers, I definitely would use them. All right. So I'm definitely going to play some tunes that you guys know. Let's tune down a little bit here. My favorite, tuning down. So a lot of my stuff's in minor tunings, hence why I opened up with a lot of those new tunings that I've been working with, new tunes I've been working with, which are in more of a standard tuning. And I've been kind of learning a lot from a few different YouTube guys and awesome players and composers online, especially this one Brazilian composer and player, Gabriel Santiago. Awesome player and teacher. But going back and kind of relearning things that I didn't practice as much as I should have back in the day, you know. Practice isn't supposed to sound good, right? So I've been kind of challenging myself a lot lately. All right. I think I'm going to start with a tune called Rainfall. What do you guys think about that? Rainfall is the last tune from my album I did last year with Candyrat Records. It's in a very cool, kind of weird major 7 tuning, and I've been transcribing it for 7-string, this is actually probably one of the hardest songs that I've written for me to play. Biggest metal influences, probably, man, there's a big wide variety there. But what I tend to go back to regularly, some of my oldest influences would probably be Death and At the Gates, for like kind of a more thrashy old school metal. Definitely had a huge influence from like a lot of 80s metal and stuff too, like Metallica and Iron Maiden and stuff like that. And then over the last several years, I've been getting really into things like Meshuggah. This tune that I'm about to play called Rainfall is actually really inspired by a lot of synthwave and electronic music that I'm into. A lot of down-tempo electronic stuff. So this one I actually was still putting together when it was time for me to record with Antoine 2 years ago for this album. And this was one of the few tunes that really wasn't quite done yet. So I saved it for last and kind of kept dabbling with it at the Airbnb that I rented out there in Montreal. And Antoine sort of helped me piece it together at the very end. And very inspired by my love for kind of down-tempo synthwave, retro wave, kind of 80s inspired electronic music. So this one's called Rainfall, which it was just pouring rain when I was putting it together on my Airbnb porch. So it's been very creatively titled Rainfall. All right, this one from low to high is A, E, A, D flat, E, A flat, D flat. I need to listen to more Opeth. I've heard that a lot from people. All right. Now this song I think is kind of pretty down tempo. I think I remember it being around 77. Let's have a listen. Yeah, I actually really like Manuel Fernandez. And I definitely picked up that latest unprocessed album. I've believe is what you meant. Manuel Fernandez Gardner. Sorry, bud. Got to tune when you're playing this kind of stuff. All right, this one's called Rainfall. Well, that was a tune called Rainfall. What's the best open tuning for symmetrical, easy fretboard patterns? Honestly, you got to try a lot of them. You gotta experiment, man. Start with some open tunings where it's like 3 of the same notes, and you'll start to see a lot of similar patterns and stuff. Then it kind of becomes more about figuring out where the wrong notes are. But you don't want to get too caught up in that, because a lot of your music's going to sound the same. It's going to sound locked into that kind of same scale. So try lots of them. What made me pick fingerstyle? Well, I mean, I fell in love with it after I had a bout of recovery from an injury. I was on my way to try to becoming a career martial artist, or so I thought, and then I got hurt. And during the recovery, I really missed doing a lot of the stuff where you smacked wooden dummies in Kung Fu. You smack all these wooden dummies and count different patterns, right? And so I got used to doing that. It's a mukjong training, they call it, and you count all these rhythmic patterns they teach you. And so I missed that when I was stuck recovering from a knee injury, stuck in bed. I had an old acoustic guitar. It didn't even have all the strings in it. It wasn't tuned. And I was like, I'll just smack that and count. It's made of wood. So I started smacking it and counting. So it was just kind of a thing where it clicked, and I was like, wait a second, I'm kind of making music. And then pops up on YouTube, Andy McKee, Candyrat Records, playing Drifting, doing his, and it was sort of like, whoa, you can make music like that. I'm sort of already doing that, but I've been inspired to do it just because of my need to hit something made of wood and count. And I started messing with tunings, learning songs, trying my own experimental things. And then it came to a point after recording some of my first batches of things that I was attempting to compose. I really wanted to start bringing stuff that was from a different realm. So I started kind of getting back into more electronic music and metal, world music especially too. But let's play some more tunes. Let me tune up here. Yeah, that's a little bit that I used to do doing the percussion thing. I do that when I'm playing live. And, especially if you're doing a show in front of people who don't know what fingerstyle is, a lot of the times they think that you're looping or something like that, right? And a lot of us guys don't loop, although there's a couple guys that do, and they're excellent at it, like my friend Ethan Case. Shout out to my buddy Ian. I hope you're doing okay, you and the wife. Steph, hope you're doing good. But he's probably one of the best loop artists I've ever seen that incorporates fingerstyle and jazz influence and progressive influence and such. All right, let's tune up here. I'm going to tune up to one of my minor tunings. They call me Mr. Minor among my peers because I get stuck in my own ways too, and it's easy to do in a lot of these open tunings, but you really can start kind of figuring them out, so to speak, by experimenting. And, this one's pretty close to an open tuning, although it does have the drop D kind of thing going on in the lower register. So it's not a true open tuning. An open tuning would be, 3 notes pretty much across the board. So this one's got a couple of different notes in there. All right, here we go. 4 notes across the board, I should say. All right, here we go. A on the lower one, E, A, same as that last one. But now we're going back up to D. Then we got F, A, D. All right. Actually, you know what? Here. We're actually going to throw a curveball here. I was going to play some more improv stuff, but we'll save that. I'm going to play another tune. A tune that was very percussive, one of my first very percussive tunes that I put together, and sort of evolved over the years. This one's called War Games. And this one kind of had some viral action in Brazil recently, which was cool. Shout out to all my friends in Brazil. Obrigado, meus amigos. Love that place. Can't wait to come back. I got to go there a couple years ago, and it was a dream. Definitely want to do that once this stuff's over. All right, let's mess around with War Games here. This one's a very percussive piece. Well, about 138. All right. There we go. And then obviously this is dry, but... All right. Okay. let's add some effects. Software I'm using is a UA console. This is a software that comes with your Apollo interfaces or a couple other different interfaces. But yeah, it's basically a digital mix console, and then you got to buy lots of plugins to emulate some of the classic different, analog equipment that you would see used in studios. So yeah. I am a giant, man. I'm a huge guy. 6'4", and I make guitars look small. This Ferk, this 7-string, will come out in production sometime in the near future. This is something that I designed with Ferk, and it will come. As far as seeing in my head and seeing what I do while I create Shane, you can do that if you follow my own streams on my channel. I've actually been doing live stream workshops where I work on songs in real time and do this, what I'm doing here, but I work on songs. So my tour with Kendo was a dream. It was absolutely incredible. We played, I believe it was 26 shows across 28 shows across 26 states in 32 days. That was incredible in 2 countries, but that, just Canada and US. So you don't really usually say that. That's kind of cheesy, but it was, quite a drive. I think we did something just under 10,000 miles. So. This is a 7-string. I've got it tuned to a baritone. All right. This is a song called War Games. That was fun. Yeah, right? Mortal Kombat, absolutely. It's an older tune of mine that I've rehashed over the years, and it's just too fun not to throw in there. As cheesy and simple as the melody can be, it's just such a fun, groovy, heavy tune. It taught me a lot about kind of approaching percussion on this stuff, too. All right. Now we're going to play a tune. It's a little more laid back again. This is a tune that I wrote for a fallen friend, and it's been further dedicated over the years. It's something that you just get used to. This one's called Return to Dawn. All right. That sounds about right. Setting the tempo there. All right. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Appreciate you. Hope everyone's doing having a good Sunday. I think we're doing really great here on this live stream. I've got a kind of a streaming studio I've been setting up here, and I've got a little separate monitor feed, and I'm getting ready to set up an extra camera soon, getting some more mounts and overheads and that sort of thing. But it's really coming together, and I've been building a recording studio, like separate booth for recording acoustic guitar in my other room over here. And yeah, getting ready to start hammering out these tunes. So if you guys caught the beginning of the stream or any of my past streams, you'll see the tunes are really starting to come together. And I've even I've been doing some sample recording, and it's starting to get there. I've been kind of learning from Antoine since I've been working with him for a couple albums now. Working with him is incredible, by the way. Real inspiring, and he teaches you a lot. He's real patient. Probably one of the best engineers I've ever worked with. But all right. Thanks, y'all. I'm glad you dig it. I really, really do try to, see what I can squeeze out of the instrument, just the acoustic guitar. And I've really worked hard with my sound using multiple pickup systems and preamps and digital and analog kind of approach to get this really lush, thick sound with the percussion. All right. This is a tune called Return to Dawn. This one's dedicated to Brody, Rob, and Frank. And anyone else who's lost someone, this one's for them. Daniel, try Golden Gate finger picks. Give me 1 second here. Getting super annoyed by this little cable. There we go. A little bit better. All right, that was a tune called Return to Dawn. Hope everything's sounding good. I heard a little bit of a kind of a like a weird fuzzy thing on my end, but I think it went away. Sort of, I think it was just a little bit of radio interference, but let me know if everything's still good on the audio end. All right. One thing I dread practicing. Well, honestly, I mean, for me, practicing's not supposed to sound good. Practicing's supposed to be stuff that you aren't good at. So, I mean, you should kind of, I wouldn't want to say dread practicing, but it's definitely not, you know, like noodling and having, you know, your fun jam out kind of times with your buddies and stuff like that. Practicing's supposed to be like stuff you can't do yet, right? The thing I've been really kind of trying to do is try to play things I don't know how to play yet, right? You know, writing things I can't do yet so that I have to chase my composition. You know, my technique's chasing it, not the other way around. Cool. Do I have acrylic nails on my right hand? Yes, I do. I keep them very short, but I do have them, and I've been using them for about 7-8 years now. I don't break guitars anymore now that I switched to Furk guitars, but when I was using a lot of cheaper guitars, I did have some problems with loose braces and stuff getting knocked out. All right. I am working on a percussive fingerstyle course. It's going to be all through my Patreon, but it is coming. I'm going to start with tutorials on my songs, which are going to have excerpts of different percussive kind of lessons and that sort of thing. But there will be dedicated lessons for just percussion that I'm going to be working on. Patreon launches in October, folks. I've been working hard on getting this video and streaming studio set up for you. There's going to be a lot of cool like members only kind of things, members only streams, members only chats. I'm going to critique and coach material of yours, and I'm going to be doing giveaways from different sponsors of mine, and yeah. And these are going to be tutorial videos for all the tunes from my album from Candyrat Records last year. Then once those are starting to get in motion, we'll have some other material that we're going to be doing for lessons. Okay. All right. I'm digging the laid back vibe right now. I'm going to play a tune that's written and dedicated for all my friends from Brazil. I wrote this tune my first time I spent some time in South America. I performed at a festival in Nova Prata called the Festival de Música de Nova Prata, and it was an amazing instrumental music festival, and I got to be the headliner of the first day. And the second day headliner was an incredible player named Gabriel Salvage, a gaucho player, along with his comrade. And he's a student of Lucio Yanel, and he's an incredible player. And then the big headliner for the last day was probably one of the most unique and amazing acts I've ever seen, an accordion player named Renato Borghetti. And he's probably one of the most incredible players I've ever seen with his quartet. I mean, there was thousands of people, and they were just dead silent, pin drop silent. And they were all moving with his accordion and every movement. It was absolutely beautiful. But I wrote this song while I spent some time out there for a few weeks, and I fell in love with the people and the culture and the weather, the food, everything. So this one I wrote in Nova Prata, which means New Silver City, and this one's called New Silver Breeze. Yes, Mestre Lucio, probably one of my favorite players I've discovered as well. Also, really been digging another player named, there's Gabriel Salvage and my friend Gabriel Santiago, and then Yamandu Costa is another player I've been really digging lately. So this one's up for all my Brazilian friends. Obrigado. Obrigado, mi amigos. That one's for all my friends in Brazil. That one's called New Silver City. That's my mama. Love you, mama. All right. So, yeah, the Patreon, someone's asking if it's going to be expensive. It's going to be donation based. The thing covering right here is a fret wrap. This right here, that's just used to get rid of some sympathetic resonance that happens from the bitone of the string, meaning that like every time you hit the guitar, you're hitting the strings. You strike the strings. I mean, you're striking the strings based on what you're fretting, right? Well, there's actually movement happening behind your fretting and behind this nut here, and it makes a very, very ever so slight kind of ringing noise in the higher treble. You can hear it if you listen, but I'm kind of a freak and I just hear all of it, and I hate it. So that's why Antoine has that rag, actually. I just use a little Groove Gear fret wrap from my guys at Groove Gear. But yeah, I love this community too. Very proud of it. Love it. All right. Well, I'm definitely going to play some of the Middle Eastern stuff that I've been working on, but I think I'm gonna play a Don Ross tune. What do you guys think of that? You guys want to hear a Don Ross tune? I kind of want to play a Don Ross tune. Why not? All right. This is a tune that I did my own arrangement of. I do arrangements of tunes too. And they're almost interpretations, if you will. I like to call them interpretations because I learn everything by ear, and they're really not like the original at all. So when I do a cover, so to speak, it's very different. It's very much my own. And this is one that I really took the swing out of it and kind of made it into this a spy movie theme, Don said. So Don's a friend of mine, and he's an incredible teacher and player in person. And I hope him and Brooke are doing good up in Nova Scotia. But it was good to do some concerts with him last year before all this stuff happened. I know he's doing some live streaming stuff a lot too, so you'll have to go check out what he's doing. But he's, kind of one of the godfather guys of this label, if you will. So this is my rendition of Drac and Friends. Try to throw in a little thumb action at the end there. That was Don Ross's Drac and Friends. I'm going to call it part 3, though. That's my little interpretation of that. Thanks, Don, for writing such an epic tune. He said it sounded like a spy movie theme or something. I took the swing out of it. And what I did was I sort of took the swing out of that one and put it into another tune that I learned that was kind of one of my earlier tunes of this style. And I made this tune as well into kind of my own thing. This is a tune that I put together when I was spending some of my first time in Hawaii. And in Hawaii, reggae and island dub and stuff like that is king, you know? Everyone loves that kind of shuffle, swing groove, halftime kind of stuff, right? And I was working on Andy McKee's Ebb and Coast, which is kind of a straight 4/4, kind of almost like a hip-hop groove, right? But I sort of turned it into my own thing because I couldn't stop putting a shuffle and a swing on it. So this is my rendition of Andy McKee's Ebb and Coast to kind of bring it back down a notch after that Don Ross tune. And then we'll kick it into a new piece that I've been sort of piecing together, and then we'll close it out with a classic favorite, String Slinger. All right, folks, a few more songs for you. Thanks for tuning in this Sunday. Thank you, Candyrat Records, for having me out here on the online concert series that we're starting to work on here on YouTube. Very proud of working with this label, and we're trying to work hard on getting a lot more of a live stream presence online. So be sure to keep your eyes and ears open for what we got coming online here on YouTube and then also on Twitch in the near future. And my name's Adrian Bellue. If you aren't already a fan or a follower, go check out my stuff online here. My link's down below. And if you guys dig what I'm doing, this is what I'm doing for a living for the most part right now, since there's no performing for the most part. If you feel like donating or tipping digitally, the links are over here on the side. Appreciate it. Every little bit counts. Otherwise, sit back and enjoy the show, folks. And be sure to share any sort of upcoming stuff from Candyrat Records online. All right, I'm going to play, this is Andy McKee's Ebb and Coast. And then I'll answer some more questions towards the end. I'll kind of give you guys a few minutes of my attention to actually answer some stuff more and more. All right. I want to make sure I get a good tempo here. All right. This one's for my buddy Andy. Thanks for the inspiration, buddy. Get a little water before this one. Thanks, Antoine. Love you, buddy. Thanks, not Jackie Chan. Thanks, Kenneth. Thanks, Matthew. Appreciate that, guys. Ali Denise Cardelin is a good friend of mine. All right. There's my rendition of Annie McKee's Ebb and Coast there. Kind of turned into a reggae, Hawaiian reggae swing kind of tune there. Hey, don't worry about if you can't tip or donate. I appreciate people doing that. It helps, but, you know, everyone's going through something right now, and we all just kind of stick together. And we got a great community here, so I appreciate y'all. Oh, wow. Thank you very much. Thank you, Christine. All right. Well, I'm going to play a couple more tunes for you. I'm going to tune down here. We're going to tune this string up, but the rest of them are going to be going down. I'm going to kind of improvise a little bit as I work my way into the last tune here, String Slinger. And then I'll just take a couple minutes to answer some questions before we log off from today's Candyrat live streaming concert. But thanks for tuning in. Happy Sunday, y'all. I'm Adrian Bellue, and this is my foot guitar in my new live stream studio. We're going to be doing a lot of live streams regularly in the near future. And I'm going to be launching my Patreon with a lot of members-only streams and that kind of thing. It's going to be donation-based, so people should be able to, you know, make it work and afford it. And I'm going to be doing giveaways, that sort of cool thing, and tutorials on all my tunes. And I do have a batch of new tunes that are on the way and coming. Before the year's end, you will see releases coming from me on Candyrat Records. All right. We're going to improv our way into String Slinger, y'all. What do you think of that? All right. When I do my streams, by the way, they're on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch at the same time. I do a multicast. So follow my streams, and you'll be getting a lot of stuff coming. But Twitch is definitely something we're going to be building a presence on here at Candyrat as well. Just stay tuned, and you will be hearing some more about that in the near future. But let me set my little tempo here, and we're just going to rock the house. Got to keep a couple of these handy, too. My handy-dandy arch nemesis, these thumb picks. I wrote String Slinger on this, and this was kind of my first attempt at using a thumb pick kind of hybrid cross-picking technique, is what I've been told it's called from a lot of the bluegrass guys. But Golden Gate thumb picks, extra large. You can get them. You can get them online. I think you can get them from Candyrat. So, all right, y'all. I'm gonna. I love bourbon. Love bourbon. All right. Greetings, everyone. Much love. I'm going to kind of improv my way into String Slinger and close it out here, but I will stop and answer a couple questions towards the end there, folks. Cheers. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Sunday. Adrian, Bellue, and this one's kind of a new thing that I've been working on. It will slowly come together along with the tunes that I played in the beginning of this stream, and it'll be released by the end of the year. I do have tabs available on candyrat.com. Thanks, Sean. Thanks, Candyrat. All right, y'all. That was String Slinger, and that was the last song of today's set. That's always a burner. It's a burner. I usually have to open with it because it's such a hard tune to close with. But you know what? We had to close with it. We had to get that for you guys. But thanks for tuning in. I'm Adrian Bellue, and this is Candyrat Records live YouTube concerts. We're getting ready to launch more and more of these live stream concerts, so stay tuned. We'll even be doing some stuff on Twitch, and I do lots of live streaming now because this is my new live stream studio that I put together. So we got really great audio and video, and then I'm putting together a recording studio over there to get ready to start tracking the new releases for Candyrat Records, and I'll be launching my Patreon for tutorials and giveaways and members-only kind of stuff next month in October. So if you guys got any questions, be sure to ask some now. I'll give you guys a couple minutes before I log off here, but I hope you had a good time. I hope you dug it. I got to have exceptional genes to play like this and handle the lactic acid buildup. Yeah, I got to take Monting is asking me about how I handle, issues with playing these kinds of heavy tunes and holding myself together with sets. And, honestly, man, when it comes to it, it's all about anti-inflammatories and tea, that kind of thing. There's lots of things that can help with that. And then warm-ups, breaks, that sort of thing. Something I learned from martial arts, too, is you don't really go 100 unless you're in a fight. So my point with that is save that real energetic oomph and going for it for the live show. Don't always practice at 100%, Oh man, thank you, James. I'm humbled. Whew. Thanks, Kenneth. I'm glad you dug it. Man. What do I like for tone woods? Honestly, I'm a spruce rosewood kind of guy. But if I were to, start picking some exotic tone woods, obviously I love things that have a lot of overtone quality. So I love, things like cocobolo. Obviously, Brazilian rosewood is one of the best and highly coveted ones. But, spruce and rosewood, man, you can't go wrong. Although I'm starting to really fall in love with cedar and cedar and mahogany kind of stuff. But typically cedar, is a little bit warmer, a little bit rounder, and it tends to be a little bit softer and break up a little bit more when you dig in. With my technique, that can be a problem with compression kind of stuff with playing, but honestly, all it does is invoke different songs. So I've been digging some cedar stuff, but honestly, man, spruce and rosewood, that's my go-to. Have I met Andy? Yeah, Andy's a good friend of mine. Yeah, we always hang out and party and stay in a house together during NAMM. We've done some gigs together, played some video games together, that sort of stuff. He's a buddy of mine and an inspiration and friend. And then Antoine Dufour is a real good friend and mentor, and also my producer. I am self-taught for the most part. I tried to go to college, but they sort of told me, hey, you need to get out of here and go do your own thing because that seems to be what you want to do. I kind of had a hard time following the rules. But now I'm going back and cleaning up a lot of my playing and learning more and more and going back and kind of doing the stuff that I ignored growing up as a player. But I am predominantly self-taught, and I predominantly like to play and write by just getting myself in my environment here and hitting record with the audio and the video and just kind of doing takes and seeing what kind of inspiration I can soak in from different things outside of guitar playing, whether that be film, music, visual, art, plants, aquariums, that kind of stuff. So yeah, thanks for coming in. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. Have I tried Steve Howe? Steve Howe's awesome. Yeah, go follow me on Twitch. This is a Ferk 7-string, yes, and this is my production model that I worked with them to design with Peter Ferk. I went to the factory last year, and we put this together as a prototype, and now we are working on the final details to get my collaboration production model 7-string Ferk guitar out to the public. So give us some more time. We're hoping to get that done in the near future, but Ferk is extremely at capacity right now. They are taking a lot of orders, and we're just putting this project a little bit further on the back burner. But my production model 7-string is coming, folks. A lot of people have been asking about it. Just keep building that hype for me. Keep building that hype. That's how we're going to get it out here faster. All right. What games do I play? Man, I play. I'm just getting back into gaming, so I picked up Xbox One, a PS4, a Nintendo Switch, and I'm just kind of playing a little bit of everything, man. I was playing a lot of Last of Us 2. I've been playing Tony Hawk's Remake. Been playing lots of Monster Hunter, Red Dead 2. Played the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Honestly, my favorite games are old school. I've been playing old Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10. Playing lots of old Mario and Zelda, that kind of stuff. So the 8-string model, maybe after we get the 7-string model, we'll think about the 8-string. But the 7-string is coming, so keep the hype up. Keep asking. That's the kind of stuff I got to show my sponsors over there that are going to push us into getting this finally into production. But I wanted to use this prototype and figure out what I wanted to modify about it for about a year. And now that I'm composing all my new material on it, I know exactly how we're going to tweak and finalize the actual final product, and we're going to get out to you guys. So just stay tuned. Is Candyrat dead? Candyrat is never dead. Candyrat is not dead. We're going to keep this stuff going, man. This is a community. We're powerful and together, and we're just going to keep doing our thing. I know this is kind of a niche thing, but I've dedicated most of my life to the guitar, and it's led me to fingerstyle. Fingerstyle is kind of one of the core things of it is that you push yourself. You're your own master, and you're really trying to see what you can achieve compositionally and what you can chase in your own head and try to create on the guitar using as many of these techniques and sounds that you can, and adapting and learning and creating your own new techniques and approaches. So fingerstyle will never die. How can you sound as bad as me? As badass as me is what you mean. This guy's a troll. I love music from Ali Deniz Cardelin. I think he's got one of the best grooves. In fact, I think that Ali is one of the players that should have won one of those Canadian fingerstyle festivals, man, because he's an incredible player. There's a fingerstyle championship, and I remember he's had trouble getting in to the country to compete for that, and that dude's a badass. His rhythm is just amazing. Looking into buying a Ferk, yeah, I mean, definitely keep waiting around, and you'll definitely get a chance to buy a 7-string Ferk. And I think that if you come from the extended range realm and the electric guitar, you're gonna like this, because I really worked hard to try to make a really good crossover between the two. All right. Well, I think that we're going to close out today. I mean, everything went really well. We had a great audio and great video and a great crowd. This community is really alive and active. I really appreciate it. And yeah, this is one of the first few of many live Candyrat concerts that we're going to be doing here on YouTube, eventually on Twitch. And you guys can follow me in my own streams and stuff on my channels. I'm going to be doing a lot of that, especially next month when I launch the Patreon, which we're going to have tutorials, members-only streams and chats where I'm going to be coaching and giving you guys advice on your own material. And we're going to be doing giveaways and that sort of thing, along with all the stuff that we're going to release for learning how to play my songs and do percussive acoustic guitar. All right, y'all. I think that we're going to go ahead and close this out. Appreciate y'all coming in, and yeah, have a great rest of your Sunday. Adrian Bellue, over and out.